We've got
Oh my
we've got
God.
frames going up. Yeah, I don't know what the heck is wrong with YouTube. YouTube is totally derped out on me. I can't even start the stream.
Oh
All right,
God.
we got frames going up. I believe we have a video starting.
Yep. I see
Well,
us.
so okay, now we're officially the WAN show, I guess, because now we're on Twitch. You see, do you see what happens? Amazon buys Twitch, and then all of a sudden YouTube streaming stops working. I think this is a conspiracy of some sort.
Wow,
all
that
right.
is a nasty green wall behind me.
Guys, JayzTwoCents, Barnacules, and iamapropos here.
You
Tech Talk.
said it right.
I am
I
a
know,
pro
right?
piece of stuff. Over here. Tech Talk number 53. Sorry, guys, I'm not actually capturing this, so I'll try and archive this video, but Tech Talk number 53 eventually is going to disappear. Sorry, Paul, again, Paul. It's like, I'm just going to roll that intro. Paul, you sing it, buddy.
Got it.
Go.
It's JayzTwoCents and Barnacules. They're bringing Tech Talk to you every week. This one's different because it got me. This is me singing that intro. My name is Paul, the guest of this show. Don't you know my name is iamapropos?
Dang, that was pretty flow for a white guy.
I'm pretty close for white.
I'm starting to question his whiteness.
All right. Someone says, doesn't Twitch export to YouTube? I think they do. I'll deal with all that later. So, sorry again about the YouTube thing. I don't know what's going on over there. Like, it said, we're receiving your encoder, the stream quality is good, and then the preview button was there, I previewed the stream, and then the start stream button just wouldn't come up. It wouldn't give it to me. So, anyway.
Those are fun.
So Jerry,
Yes.
Paul pointed something out to me the other day. You know, it was 1 year ago, last week when we had our
Last
first
week.
What's Up hangout?
Yep.
Was it really?
Yep.
When it was you, me, Greek, was it Kelly Tech?
Nope, it was just us four.
God,
Oh,
time
yeah.
flies when you're fat.
Well,
Yeah.
together we are 2 tons of fun.
Wow.
We should rename Tech Talk to that.
2 tons of fun.
Hashtag
fun?
2 tons of fun. I love it.
Wow.
All right, so if you guys don't know who this...
All right, I'm still trying to corral YouTubers over here. Oh, cool. Everybody's helping us now.
I know, there's only 63 viewers because everyone's like, where's Tech Talk? Sorry, guys.
Come.
So who is this lovely face below us, guys? This is the face of AMD, pretty much.
He's in prison right now, guys, but don't worry. He'll get out with behavior.
They put me in padded walls for loving AMD so
Hey,
crazily.
Where's your gallon jug, Paul? Come on, show us your gallon jug. Yeah.
My toilet moonshine.
Yep.
Oh. Yeah, guys.
All right, now everybody's coming over.
If
Woo,
you
welcome
guys,
to Twitch.
yeah, if everybody could kind of just spam out this chat, we're going to be going for the next hour and a half or so. But yeah, you know what, guys? I have a very soft spot in my heart and a hard spot somewhere else for Paul because, no, let me tell you why. Paul is the perfect example of what I tell people all the time, that you don't need to have a huge audience or channel to get anywhere.
That's true.
Because Paul is by far like the most loved person by AMD that I know. They love you. They love you because you're genuine, and when you get the attention of a company like AMD, they didn't care at all about your audience size. They cared about your passion, and that's what I keep telling people when it comes to doing this: is have some passion and don't care about the money. Don't care about free shit. That's not the way to do this. So that's what.
Well, he's their token ginger too, though, Jay.
Yeah.
That's right. Remember, it's racist if you don't if you don't like gingers.
You have to have at least one.
Yeah, that's true. We determined that with Josh. So,
Yeah.
but Paul, why don't you tell everybody where they can find you and what exactly you do?
Okay, well, I'm going to do my famous, well, not famous, my famous to all the people who watch me, but what's up, y'all? My name is Paul. I am apropos AMD's Red Team Plus member. There's only 6 of us. You can find me on Twitter, Twitch. Well, heck, if you Google I'm apropos, you're going to find me. I'm going to be pointing at you saying, what's up? I mainly stream a couple days a week on Twitch. I do some YouTube videos. I'm learning how to do that. I'm not very good at it, but I'm very, very active on Twitter. So follow me on there, and I'll answer all your questions if you want. And yeah,
Don't forget to plug what it is you do every Friday. That's huge.
I do.
you do.
I do a game session with the PC Perspective gaming group called Fragging Frogs, and I stream playing with the Fragging Frogs. They're a nice group of people that are really awesome. But if you don't mind, I got something really big that's happening Saturday.
Do it, because I know exactly what you're doing. Do it.
Roy, the VP of Global Sales, has invited anyone who wants to come play Battlefield 4 with him It's called the Kill AMD Roy, and he's giving away an R9 295X2.
That's huge.
Aren't those only worth like $1,000 now, though?
Well, 2 of them.
I'm just kidding.
But if you go bit.ly/Kill AMD Roy, that's the link to get there. And I'm going to be streaming the whole event. There's a limited amount of people that can enter. And everybody who enters and comes and plays has a chance to win this. If you kill Roy, you get 5 extra points. If you kill Sam from AMD, who is the lead of my AMD team, Red Team Plus, you get 5 extra points. And all those points add up to how many times you get a chance to win that card. There's other things going on through that event. It only lasts for 3 hours. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, it's there.
I have a feeling I'm going to have to answer this question at least 5,000 times tonight of, why did you move over to Twitch? Guys, YouTube wouldn't let me start the stream. The button wasn't there.
YouTube was a whore, okay? A dirty, dirty whore.
Yeah.
Or a tart, if you're European.
All right. Well, guys, here we are. So we don't really have any topics because, we found when we used to do What's Up with Paul on, what was Sundays, wasn't it? Wasn't it Sundays?
Saturday nights.
Saturday nights. I don't remember. All the days are the same to me. We just got on.
Sunday nights? It might have been.
I thought it was Sundays.
We're playing homage to the old format, okay?
Paul, I'm married. My wife would have never let me have a Saturday night.
Right? I think it was Sunday nights. Yeah.
I think it was because it was
guys
like
need to find different wives, man. Look at I got my Saturdays and my Sundays and my Mondays through Fridays. It's nice.
Jerry, if it wasn't for your Instagram, your wife would be a myth.
How do you guys know that she isn't just like the cleaning lady and I just pay her to take pictures with me every once in a while?
Rosa, come here. Rosa, time to pretend to be the wife again.
Rosa, come here, Rosa.
And Xander's actually the neighbor's kid.
Well, you guys do know I do tend to post a lot of food that she makes, so it is entirely possible that she is my chef.
Yeah, I know. And I refollowed you again on Instagram because I felt bad. And what's the first thing I see? Like some Eggs Benedict crap or something.
You should have felt bad because you made me feel bad when I found out you didn't follow me. I thought that you didn't love me anymore, and I almost committed to us. The only thing that stopped me was I wanted a hamburger, and dead people can't eat hamburgers.
Look! I started an intense workout routine again, and I'm on a high protein, low carb diet, and I'm watching you post like fucking pasta, all kinds of noodles and breaded stuff, and I'm like, this is not helping me. It's like, what's going on Instagram?
I told my wife I was on a diet last night, and she brought me a hot dog for lunch.
I have to check out Jerry's Foodagram. 16 posts of food today.
Don't go to my food channel on Facebook. Freak out.
Do you have a food channel?
My food page on Facebook? Yeah, Layers of Flavor, man.
Paul's like a freaking chef, Jerry.
Yeah.
Link? Yeah, I want to go to Layers of Flavor. I didn't know.
Dude, yeah, just here. I'll put it in if you don't mind.
And Paul's like a male. What's her name? That.
Martha Stewart? No,
not Martha Stewart. You're not making doilies.
Well, actually, no. Martha Stewart's appropriate. Did you see his wall behind him?
It's all great. I was trying to play real life Minecraft. What are you talking about?
He's got a green thumb, guys.
I'll tell you what, Paul. If you make me a meal and pack it in dry ice and send it to me, I will actually do an unboxing video on the iamapropos meal.
I tell you what, we'll do something better. If I get to come to Washington, I will come and cook for you.
I'll make you a deal. If you come to Washington, I will let you stay at my house, Paul. And I am very, very weary about people staying at my house. So you're in the in club.
Got enough room for this big guy.
Well, I figure you're kind of fucked up, so it's not like you can get far with my TV. So
I can't walk without help. So yeah, that's true.
You just hear this massive
around
crack.
my front yard, like twitching around in my front yard with the TV leaning on him. I'd be like, Paul, come on, this is the second time tonight. Get back inside. Jesus.
Dude, he's going to show up with like this massive power chair that's going to do like a wheelie as he's going down the street with your TVs.
Oh my god,
that'd be awesome though.
I want to point something out real quick. One of the things I actually kind of hate the most when it comes to doing this stream every Thursday is how today's Thursday. Yeah, Thursdays is how hot it gets in here. But my computer is freaking idle doing this right now. There's one of two things happening. One, either this thing is so freaking powerful it's like yawning to do this, or two, XSplit hasn't utilized the new hardware yet. I'm thinking XSplit hasn't really utilized the new stuff yet. I just wanted to, because my processor's at 30 degrees right now. So, all right.
Sneak peek. Someone said something about pom-poms. They're right here. I got them.
So could one assume that on your gaming streams you're going to be a floating head now?
Yes, until I figure it out, because I wear a lot of black shirts, especially my AMD shirts. And so since the green goes away, it just whoop on my head's the only thing that appears.
Yep.
So I got to figure something out there. But I like the option.
Pee-wee Herman show.
I don't know how early you watched my channel, Paul, but I remember I used to do the green screen stuff. What's important is you need to set up lights behind you that point on the wall on low level, and then you need to have one pointing at you from behind to give you a good rim light. That's how you get the nice sharp edge.
Did you say rim light?
I said rim light, Jerry.
Otherwise, you get this like giant green rim light around. It's
See,
that makes sense. So you need one behind you hitting me from back.
Let's stop talking about the rim and things, okay? It's getting me kind of excited.
Jay took so long. What was it? Oh, I forgot the joke. Damn it.
Don't worry, Paul. It was still funny.
It was still hilarious. That's why we love Paul.
He took a long time touching my something, reaching for. I don't remember. It was funny when it happened.
You know what we need to do when this is over? I think we need to play some games. I know I said that a couple weeks ago, but damn it, Josh from Fractal was like, "Let's go to Starbucks," and then we like watched videos and shit till like 1 in the morning.
You know what? The truth is I am super far behind on everything, but you know what? I will drop it all tonight to play some games.
Sweet.
I just get garbage out. That's all I got.
Once I put the kid to bed at about 8:15 or so, I will be free for a couple hours.
Sorry guys, you're not getting Codegasm video tonight or probably tomorrow because I'm gonna play games with a ginger and a big guy. Well, actually, 2 big guys. One of them just happens to be ginger.
Hey, Paul's pretty tall, isn't Paul? Aren't you like 6'4"?
Paul's wicked tall. Aren't you like 6'5"?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
All right. So
it's 280.
So if you guys haven't heard, the R9 295 X2 has dropped in price to $1,000. There at that point, there is absolutely no option, period, other than it. When it comes to that price range,
290Xs and water cool them for under $999.
No. What's so funny, Jerry?
The chat. I'm laughing.
There's phallic symbols in the chat.
Oh yeah, I see that. I don't even care. I'm just gonna let it go. It's only Twitch.
Oh my god! It's only Twitch and one person too. It's all right. It's all right.
This is reminding me of the movie Superbad with the penis diary.
Drawing the dicks everywhere. Yeah. Hey, somebody print a veiny one.
Ew!
I want to see that nasty.
Oh my goodness. So, just a reminder to people, when it comes to next week and the week after, next week I don't know if there's going to be a Tech Talk because I'm going to be in Chicago. I'll be in the Windy City in Chicago, and I have no idea what my connection is going to be like. And the week after that, Jerry is unavailable because he's going to be in New York over there checking out that 3D print affair. He's walking here.
Ooh, yeah, I'm going to eat some pizza and talk to some bronies.
Oh, dude, awesome. You got to get some bagels, too.
Oh, dude, I'm going to eat the shit out of everything in Central Park.
You might want to actually change the word from that.
My mind hears what you said, and it sounds disgusting, but we're talking about food.
How do you know it's not what I meant? How do you know?
Can somebody please, like, capture that part of it and remix Jerry saying, I'm going to eat the shit out of everything. I want to hear a song with Jerry just remixed, I'm going to eat the shit out of everything.
The shit out of everything. I'm going to eat the shit out of everything. There we go. Now they got their meme material right there.
You know what's funny is I have the chat popped out and I have the chat up over there and then I got the XSplit over there. So every time somebody puts up a phallic picture, I see it 3 times. It's like,
you have like dickception going on.
Oh, jeez.
All right, so guys, I have absolutely no idea what's going on in tech news. I just spent the last 4 days getting 2 weeks worth of videos ready to go for you guys. So,
you know, AMD just launched some new FX chips and an R9 285.
Yeah, they had launched a mid-range FX. It's in between the 8300 or the 8320 and 8350, isn't it?
Takes a little less power and yeah, just a little bit lower.
Still around?
Hey!
Oh God, I'm sorry. Oh God.
What?
Hey, Paul, did you know that that Intel launched a new chip?
Nope.
Yeah, they called it the BTA. It's the better than AMD.
I don't hear it.
The Intel BTA.
Is that the X99 stuff, right?
You know what the funny thing is? I'm such a sellout now. Like, seriously, if AMD came at me and said, here, we're going to give you, like, our top-tier system, like some R9 290s, I'd be like, AMD rules! Fuck you, Intel!
Here, I'll send you some bubble stickers you can stick it on
everything.
everything.
Send me some bubble stickers? Do I lose, like, 1,000 hertz for every one of those I stick on the front of my case?
Oh, you suck.
People keep asking me if I'm going to get an R9 or an R9 295 X2. No.
That price,
I'll be honest. The main reason I want to try an AMD GPU right now, even though it might not be considered like the fastest out of all the GPUs out there, is just because I remember the drivers being a lot better. NVIDIA drivers have been the bane of my fucking existence.
Oh my goodness, thank you.
I was actually having a discussion with Skip today over at Widescreen Gaming Forums, and we were actually, I mean, these guys would know, right, regarding surround and stuff. So if you're going to be doing multiple monitor setups, AMD's Eyefinity drivers are so superior to NVIDIA. And I'm speaking from firsthand experience on this one.
Thank you.
I remember back when I used my Eyefinity setup. I had two of the, I mean, we're talking old GPUs. This would have been like 4 years ago. I had two of those things, and in the surround configuration, or Eyefinity, you know, whatever they call it, the desktop experience worked better. I could alt-tab in and out of games. I could actually maximize shit to one window without it being all janky. And this was like 4 years ago, and NVIDIA still can't get these small things right.
Well, I will say, though, you know, there's a reason why AMD had a bad reputation with drivers. There was a point in time where they were bad. But
I worked at
if you
Microsoft,
look
trust me, I know.
right? But if you look at what's going on now in comparison, there's something to be proud of with the AMD drivers now. That's why I'm like, go Team Red, because it's such a smoother experience. I don't have the issues. This is where my NVIDIA card is sitting, right here on my desk. I take it out to do testing and, you know, comparisons, but my main rig now is full AMD because it's just a smoother experience. The driver situation is, I'm liking where it's at. I tried to tell people that and they're like, no. I'm like, well, okay.
Yeah, but remember, we're talking about the graphics card's religion. I mean, there's a religion for every component of PC tree, right? I mean, there's a CPU religion.
This is true.
There's the only things that people can tend to be a little bit neutral on tends to be RAM and motherboards. People don't argue, you know. No, the Asus.
Somewhat cases.
Yeah, but those are. Oh my God, there's a Doge dog. Sorry.
No, I think cases are one of those things where, no, I guess there isn't a huge brand loyalty on cases, but trust me, I've met some people that seriously are like mega brand loyal to cases.
Well, don't forget, there is the Corsair religion. There's people that will just be like, Corsair is the best, and don't even like care, you know. They just no, I mean, every company out there makes good stuff and bad stuff. I mean, I just hate fanboyism as a whole. I mean, shit, why can't people just get NVIDIA cards because they're the right card? Why do people have to be fanboys? I mean, okay, the Doge Dog's getting a little excessive now.
All right, back off on the Doge Dog. Let's go back to the penis, okay?
Calm down.
Oh, hey, finger down. Nice.
Yeah, and this is why we can't have nice things.
I think it's funny on YouTube. On YouTube, we generally don't have this problem. You come to Twitch and it's like instant.
Yeah. That's Twitch for you. So Jerry, what's news in your neck of the woods? Considering I talk to you for 1 hour a week now.
I know, seriously, what happened?
You guys missing each other. What's going on?
Ever since Jerry became his own boss, he has less time than when he worked for Microsoft.
I know, it's true. Too. I feel like I work a lot harder too. Like I miss my cushy job.
You used to respond to Skype a lot quicker too. Now it's like maybe.
Guys, I'm spending that time trying to get that YouTube money. Okay, I'm trying to get that YouTube money. I'm trying to get paid.
I ain't mad at you.
But no, I got a lot of cool stuff going on right now, actually. I'm just gearing up to print out the new Destiny pistol. Which one is the Magnum? The 40, what is it, 44 Magnum or something like that? Badass revolver from Destiny. So I'm going to print that out, and that'll be a video. I'm just continuing the Codegasm series. Just finished up with Jerry Rigged, and this month I got tons of stuff going on.
Okay, real quick. I'm going to start banning the ASCII arters.
Can I start helping with that?
Yeah, simply because nobody can get their question in. So, if you want to be banned from the channel, continue to post ASCII art. And I'm actually starting those bans right now.
Okay.
So, anyway, keep going, Jerry.
All right. So, anyways, this month, I'm actually doing something really cool. I think it's actually something kind of unprecedented for us tech reviewer folks, and that is I'm reviewing a car.
What?
You know what makes me mad about that?
What's that?
I've actually been in the process of waiting for the new Mustang to be delivered to the guy who bought Red Mist, because he was like, hey, you can review the car when it comes in. And then I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And we've been working on that now for like 4 months. And the car's just started being built, right? The new 2015s.
Yep.
Right.
And then I'm like, cool, I get to do a car review. And the Jerry's like, hey, guess what? I get to review a car. So now when I do my car review, it's going to be an automatic, oh, you're copying Jerry.
It's true too. It's gonna happen no matter what. Like,
Yeah.
Hey,
somebody would say that I'm copying you too. It'll go both ways.
But you don't say no to those though.
No,
I'm
no,
making
no.
YouTube videos. I'm copying both of you.
Hey, yes, you are, Paul. Actually, and I want to have a talk with you about that. No,
Oh crap!
but no, the funny thing about it is usually I'm the one. I'd say 9 out of 10 times I'm the one that puts the fly in the company's ear. You know, I send a mail and I'm like, "Hi, I'm Barnacules. I'm the most famous guy on the entire internet. You might want to give me free shit." GM completely came out of left field. I just get an email from GM, and they're like, we noticed that you're a Seattle-based tech YouTube blogger, and we really, really would love your opinion on one of our cars. Would you like to select one from our inventory?" And of course, I went straight for the Corvette Z06 me, and they were like, "Haha, lols, whatever." They wouldn't give me one of those. But they're sending me a Cadillac ELR, which is even better because it's more of a tech-savvy car, right? I mean,
Yeah, electric car and
computer, electric cars,
It's a Cadillac.
It's a Cadillac. So, anyways,
that's
I didn't know how much it was until I went to their site. The base model is like $75,000. So, in a nutshell, I will never own one of these cars. The damn thing. And the best part is they're leaving it with me for a week. They're dropping it off at my house and picking it up, so I don't have to go to a dealership or anything. And they said it's fully insured. Knock yourself out. So, in the video, expect to see burnouts and donuts and me being arrested.
I don't know why I started to expect you to say it's fully insured, so like wreck it. We don't care. I don't know.
That'd be funny. Like, yeah, at the very end of the video, I just drive it off a bridge into the river.
God. Jeez.
I'd be like, but the ratings, they come
You
back.
can do what I used to do up in the rock quarries over by Skycomish. You just park it over there and blow it up.
No,
Oh, yeah.
you can go Walter White on that.
Oh, hey.
We're doing it, guys. The Cadillac
I can't
ELR
let
video
you
is
be
going
the only one. Let me put on my Vapor X gunners. There we go.
You know what'd be pretty funny, though, is I tell Cadillac, they're like, "Where's the car?" It's like, "I blew it up. I'm sorry. I wasn't that good at after effects, but I really had to do it."
You're like, but it got 160,000 hits.
Woo! Yeah, it made $73.
You're like, I might have sold a car.
Wow.
Funny,
Oh yeah. That's gonna be my next question, Jerry. Is there a promo code? Chevy GM.com/Barnacules Nerdgasm.
Actually, if you go to the dealership and you say you watch Barnacules' video, you will get a free complimentary cup of coffee with 2 sugar cubes in it.
Now, is that actually coming to you from a dealership or from a GM, an actual GM like company?
An actual
headquarters?
GM maintains a fleet of review vehicles that they like give out to magazines,
Like
and stuff
car
like
and driver and stuff like that.
Yep, exactly. And it happens that one of the fleet locations is actually in Seattle, so they were looking for people that were local because obviously they don't want to truck cars over great distances if they don't have to.
Gotcha.
But it was really out of left field. And I think the main reason they did it was because I already bought a Chevy Volt, and I did that little video of the vlog of buying the Chevy Volt, and they thought that was actually really cool. So, and this is basically the Chevy Volt's big brother. It's actually the same drivetrain as the Chevy Volt, just way more batteries and a way bigger electric motor and gas motor.
Right.
But it's based on the exact same thing, which is funny because, like, I think the Volt is like 32,000 and this is 75,000. So that better be one hell of a bigger motor.
Well, remember when the Volt came out? It was like 50,000.
No, it was. It was, but they had to drop that way down because I mean they weren't selling them. They really, and then they put the main reason I bought one was the rebate on it was ridiculous. It was a $7,000 cash rebate on your taxes if you bought those things, and it's a rebate, which means you get the full $7,000 back. It's not like you're writing it off. It's like you're literally getting a full rebate back. And then, like a dumbass, I forgot to put it on my taxes, so I still have to do an amendment.
I just deleted the live event from YouTube. I wonder how many people are going to be like, "What happened to Tech Talk this week?"
Tech Talk's there. I'll just.
No, we got 900 people over here, so it's a little bit smaller audience than we normally have. But hey, that's still 900 awesome people who are no longer putting dick pictures. Thank God for that.
I just feel bad. Now, did they stop on their own, or did you have to ban them?
I only banned like 5 people.
Oh, that's not too bad then.
Yeah,
Guys,
I don't know how many. I don't know how many.
It's funny to post a dick once, okay? Maybe twice for the lulz, but 3 times and you're just playing with yourself. Bam.
Jay,
Just
can
playing
you
with
give
the
us,
chat.
Jay, can you give us your GTX 980 and 970 first impression on the specs? I don't even look at rumor sites. I have no idea what the rumored specs are. I don't care about it until it's launched. I also know that when it launches, I will have some in my hand, so there's no reason to even speculate. Oh, there's a dick pic.
Get him.
What
I'll
does
get him. I'll get him. and it disappeared really fast.
Boom! That was quick, dude. You're pretty good at that.
No, I didn't do it. Somebody else did. Was it you, Paul?
Oh, did they?
No, I was reaching for it, but you said you were doing this. I like.
Then we have a ninja.
Did Paul just say he was reaching for the dick? See the hashtag? See what I did there?
James, can you turn the room to slow mode? How do you do that?
It's like, oh crap, I forgot. My mods usually do it for me, so I don't know.
Hey, hold on, I gotta go on the record and say that this Captain Booty guy over in chat, I have no idea who that guy is. Like, he's over there telling everybody he knows me. I don't know who Captain Booty is.
I don't know how to use.
I'm totally kidding, guys.
Oh,
I know what Captain Booty is. I talk to him on Skype all the time.
Okay,
I'm just throwing him under the bus. What?
Slow mode has been enabled.
Ooh, you can enable slow mode?
Yeah, you can actually do it for like nobody can talk more than once every 120 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds. Oh, but so they hit once. Wait, what?
But I didn't get to set a duration. It was like a little tick or a radio button.
Ooh, I like slow mode. I
like slow 20. The room is now slow to 20 seconds. Yeah, you just do /slow space whatever time you want it to slow down to.
Oh wait, okay, so /slow
space and then whatever seconds you want it to keep them from typing twice in a row.
Okay, well nothing happened when I did it, so I'll assume it happened.
This room is now slow mode. You may send messages every 20 secones.
Okay, got it. Cool. All right. Nice. So, but yeah, it's still going so fast.
How long do you think Don't slow down. You just gotta let 900 people tucker themselves out.
Jerry, you are so close to 200K. Are you not there yet? God.
Well, I know. I'm only getting about 1,000 subs a day.
Holy crap! A year ago, both of you were like under 50K.
No, a year ago, Jerry and I were both at like 20K.
Right?
No, actually, I hadn't even hit. What is it? September? I had just hit like 25K.
And we were all celebrating when we first all met each other and all freaked out. When you guys hit 50K, we were all like, oh my God.
I know, and here we are still hanging out. Actually, Paul, Jerry and I are waiting for that check, by the way. It still hasn't arrived.
Which one's that?
The one for the monthly friend subscription?
Yeah. Paul, these bills don't pay themselves. These computers eat electrons.
I just wanted you to know you're now in grace period.
I was like, okay. I'll get right out to you.
But see, once I hit 100K and was on Jerry's level, the fee was waived. But in like 2 or 3 days, when he hits that 200K, I'm gonna be hit with a subscription again.
Guys, you know what I'd like to know? I'd like to know where my $117,000 as Social Blade says that I make on YouTube.
Oh, come on. Stop looking at that high range.
I want to know where I'm going to call him. I'm going to send mail to Social Blade and say, where is my $117,000 you guys allegedly say I make off YouTube?
Apparently, when I sent my checks out for you guys to pay for you guys to be on my What's Up show, I sent it FedEx.
Well, that was your problem.
FedEx won't come to my house anymore since I answer the door naked. UPS doesn't.
What I don't know what it is. When I was a FedEx driver, one of the cities in my route was Sun City, which is like a retirement community, like old people, and what happened to their modesty? Are they just like, I'm too old for modesty?
I don't care about modesty. Hey, back in my
Dude, what are you talking about? I'm only 34 years old, and I've lost all my modesty. Like, I think it has more to do with just being married for a long time.
I
mean, Miss Barnacules is lucky if I even close the door when I take a shit. Half the time I'm yelling at her across the house while I'm doing it.
You know what's funny? No, I'm gonna embarrass my wife. I'm the guy that's like shut the door, lock the door, and everything in the bathroom. I'm like, this is Jay's time. See, do you know how many times I'll walk into the bedroom, go through the closet into the bathroom, and just be greeted with like my wife doing her business, like with the door open. It's like, hey, shut the door. And then normally it's like, I'm busy in here, but you didn't shut the door. Shutting the door is like the universal sign of crap is happening in here, literally.
She never turned on the fan either, because like Miss Barnacules never turns on the fan.
Jerry, my house was built in '63. There is no fan.
What? Oh my God, you poor bastard!
My house was built before. My house was built before the whole mold code.
His house is the type that when someone takes a dump in his house, it opens the door, it just floods the house. Yeah.
Like probably took 40 dumps to Jay's house when I was down there.
Oh, you poor bastard!
Jerry, you've been here. How did you not realize there's no fan in that bathroom? Oh, that's the main.
He's used to his smell.
That's true.
I just assumed there was one.
He's like, it always smells like that. What's the difference?
That's a really quiet fan. There's no vents in the ceiling. That's amazing.
I need fans like that on my radiators. They're so
I know
quiet.
is I am sorry, but there is something about girl poops that smells worse than boy poops. I'm just saying.
It's because we all know girls don't poop.
What about that toilet
don't?
potpourri stuff? That's all I smell.
The toilet.
Oh, the
There's
poop,
like
poop.
flower petals in the
You
flower
put it in
petals
there
in the toilet. What is this?
Welcome everybody to Tech Talk, where we talk about women pooping with the fans off.
Welcome to Tech Talk number 53, where we're going to talk about flatulence and... No, never mind. Jay and Jerry, I just got an 8320 and H60. What should I shoot for on gigahertz? Whatever your chip is capable of. There you go.
Yeah.
Wait a second, is 8320? That sounds AMD-ish.
You could hit 4.4 probably on that. No
You
problem.
should be able to even go higher. I mean,
Yeah, but
most of those 8320s can usually handle quite a bit.
Somebody sent me a photo the other day of a CPU that on its own, it was Intel, by the way, but it was a CPU that and motherboard that on its own volted to 2.247 volts.
What?
I was like, how is
that on
this thing-
LN2?
No, it was.
Dick?
They were on a stock cooler.
There's phallic symbols. Bye. Oh,
It-
crap. I didn't get to it.
It's like
Sorry.
they're posting it and then deleting it themselves before we can get to it.
Something. Oh, no. It said I banned him. I didn't even click it.
Apparently, we have auto ban going. I guess.
It says I banned him for 600 seconds. That's 10 minutes.
Guys, if you post the dick, you get the shaft. Okay.
Oh, sir.
You know, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to go through the chat. It's actually going kind of slow. I like it.
What I was going to bring back up is you mentioned something about how someone like me has a little following, and AMD didn't really worry about that when they came to me, right? I get that question so much. How
did you
do I
do it?
sign up for this? How did you do that? You know how I did it?
You kind of helped create
did-
that group, didn't you?
No, in fact, I didn't even know the group was being put together until they closed the previous group I was a part of called the Test Drive Program.
I remember the test drive.
They
yeah.
closed that, and I was like, "What's going on?" And then all of a sudden, I got an email from Sam saying, "Hey, do you want to join this group?" And I'm like, "Okay." And he sent me all his paperwork. But the thing was, it wasn't the fact that I was constantly badgering anybody from AMD on Twitter or on email. I was doing my thing on PC Part Picker, Tom's Hardware. I was just trying to help out as many people as I could on all these different websites. I wasn't badgering anybody for free hardware. I was just being out there doing my thing, and I got noticed. That's it.
Yep. Gamer Seer has been asking about 863,000 times if I'm planning on getting 4K monitors. No, I'm not, because
No,
I have
they're
three.
for-
I have
Oh,
3
go ahead, sorry.
gigabyte. I have 3 gigabyte GDDR cards, so I don't have.
I want to go on record and say that 4K monitors are for poor people now. Tally.
The technology's
Dude.
the technology's not quite there yet. The response
They're
time and
so
whatnot.
good, though.
Did you see?
Oh,
Did you
they
see the
look
Dell
fantastic.
Ultra Sharp 5K monitor?
What?
Bro, Sharp has the
I strapped
8K.
it out here.
okay.
I'm even going to link it. I'm going to link it here so people can actually look at it. No, it's a 5K Dell monitor. You'll be able to buy it for around $2,500. It's a 32-inch 5K native monitor.
With text so small, you'll go blind trying to read it.
Pretty much. But when I went to PAX, they actually had a 4K demo set up where they had some 20. I think they were like 20. I'm going to say about 27-inch 4K screens, and for the demo that they had on them, it was literally like 3D graphics with no textures because that's the only way they could get the frame rate high enough to even like do anything.
Yeah.
But they had text down in the corner, and literally I had to get my eye like this close to the freaking screen to read the text because they were trying to do a demo of how crisp the text was, and you literally couldn't see the pixels on these things. The density was so high.
The
That's
the
nice.
Panasonic 27-inch tablet I saw at CES in 2013. That was 2 years
wait.
2 years ago.
What was this again? The Panasonic what?
Panasonic 27-inch. It was a tablet.
Oh wow!
It was like a 4K monitor, but it was
Giant
a tablet.
Tablet.
It was a touchscreen
It's
deal.
a tablet for our size people, Jay.
It was so freakishly sharp. I could not spot a pixel on it, and it looked like I was looking at just a super fine like picture.
Have either? Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say I couldn't find a pixel. I tried.
Have either of you played any games on 4K yet?
No.
That's
I've seen
the
demos.
problem,
But
is I don't think it's really beneficial for gaming much right now. I mean, unless you're playing an FPS and you want to snipe somebody like at 4,000 miles away.
Right.
I don't see it because, like, even with me, I'm using 1080p on giant screens, 46-inch monitors, and when I'm gaming, I don't notice the resolution.
Because you're not sitting there looking at pixels and stuff. You're playing. You're getting immersed.
Remember, it comes down to that refresh rate too. A lot of people still feel that 4K refresh rate for games, and especially 60 hertz, is not there. It's just not there yet. The technology's too new. The graphics cards are too far behind the curve.
The 295X2 can push the 60 frames per second, but how many people are really going to put that much money into supporting a 4K monitor? I got to experience it when AMD sent us over to their headquarters. Yeah, it was amazing, but oh my god, to drop that much money to be able to play on it on a regular basis would be I
would rather have the frames per second though, like Jay was saying. Like if I had a choice between resolution and frames per second just for gaming, it's completely different if I'm doing graphics and media and stuff like that. Like I would love 4K for Premiere to have all my preview windows up, run a native 1080p up in the corner of the screen. That would be phenomenal. But for gaming, I would rather play at a lower resolution to get that frame rate and responsiveness. A lot of people don't realize that lag is also added. It's not just the frames per second. Like, for instance, it's the time it takes to draw that freaking frame on the screen. Exactly. I've noticed playing iRacing before when I put it in 1080p and I turn my steering wheel, I notice a slight delay. Even though I'm getting like 200 frames per second, I notice a slight lag between when I turn the wheel and the game moves. I drop it down to 720p, and it's 1-to-1. You can't tell the difference. So additional resolution also adds lag.
But there's another. That's okay. I'm glad you said that. But what? There's another piece of that pie where high resolutions can also create device input lag as well. So the device could be causing the lag, not so much the GPUs or the monitors.
Right.
So just recently I switched when you were tweeting out, and I know you regretted doing this. You talked about looking for a new panel, and I was in the middle looking for one too, and I was tossed up between two different 144 hertz monitors, the Asus and the BenQ. I ended up was able to get the BenQ, and I have my 60 hertz Asus right next to it, and holy crap!
How do you like that BenQ?
I think it was Jerry that pointed out the washed out colors.
Well, but
it is kind of. But oh my god, this monitor is so nice.
Did you say was it the Asus one?
No, I got the BenQ 144 hertz one.
Now look,
I have used the Asus, but my comparison after playing on the 4K at 60 frames per second and playing on this 144 hertz 1080p. I would much rather have this 1080p at 144 hertz.
Now, I want to address the panels thing that you mentioned. I regretted bringing it up publicly. People keep telling me, why don't you just get the 1440K surround, 1440K surround? You have the horsepower for GPUs. I do have GPU horsepower, but remember, guys, I'm on 3 gigabyte cards. And as it is on 1080p, if I put even a 2x MSAA, and at 1080p you have to use some MSAA, otherwise you get jaggies. Yep. I get up to 2900 megahertz, or 2.9 gigahertz of that 3 gigahertz buffer. So I do not have the DDR or the GDDR capacity to push surround 1440p. I have the horsepower, but I don't have the torque, if we're going to put this into a car perspective. Now, I will give you a little teaser, though, about why I really do want the 144 hertz panels, and I still am trying to find the right panel for me, and I'll go ahead and... This video is actually not even made yet, because I'm still technically on a beta driver, and I don't want to do performance results on beta drivers, because it's not really fair. But the 780 surround I have right now, the 3-way SLI 780s, overvolted, overclocked, on surround... On Ultra Battlefield 4 with MSA on, I'm getting 160 frames per second.
Wow.
So you could actually utilize those monitors.
Yeah.
The 144 hertz, yes.
Yep.
Oh, dude. When I jumped in, because I tested it, because I like to play Call of Duty. I do something called Knife Party, where I just run around streaming, running around knifing people, and it pisses people off. That extra frame rate that I can see the difference between the 60 hertz and 144, oh my god, changed my game. I'm quicker. I can see people sooner. I can react quicker. It just, oh my goodness, it's so awesome. Then jumping into Battlefield 4 and getting that extra frame rate as well was,
I take that back. I take that back. Actually, and this wasn't pointing at the sky. I don't know if you guys can see this. Do you see that frame rate? There's your teaser. Can you read that? Oh, you guys don't have a camera on. I forgot. Okay, it's 171 frames per second.
Wow.
Nice.
Now that and these were pictures actually that I was sending back and forth with Jacob from EVGA because I was actually working through some surround issues because of I was on a brand new platform and there was a lot of setup and I was having some stuttering, micro stutter, and we worked it out. 171 frames per second, never dropped below 140 at the lowest, and I was doing my average benchmarks.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what official drivers do.
No kidding.
But yeah, that's why I want those 144 hertz panels. Now, I looked at the Asus panels. In fact, Asus even was like willing to give me like a discount on the panels if I was interested in going with Asus to go surround setup, right? And do a review on it. They don't really give panels for free for reviews, but they were willing to give me a little cost cut. Not much, but something. And I went and looked at them in at the Micro Center when I was there buying my processor, and the bezels are still too thick. I want something that has at least the smallest bezels possible that don't require me to do a de-bezel mod. I don't want to go ripping the shrouds off of my brand new monitors. So that's why I'm holding off, because I know the BenQs have a smaller bezel than the Asus, but it's like
I've just become accustomed to them. Like the bezels don't bug me at all anymore, but it did take a while to get over it.
The bezel on my BenQ is actually significantly smaller than the Asus bezel. Definitely.
Yeah.
It's nice, but...
And I can deal with the washed out colors because I can honestly... well, first of all, I'm on Acer panels. They're not the greatest color rendering as it is. And in fact, they're a bit contrasty. So I'd rather have a more flatter color curve that I can sort of tune and correct through calibration on my own, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
If you didn't calibrate your panels, Paul, you probably have a lot of color in there you're missing out on, too.
My BenQ panel?
Yeah.
Probably. I'm still tinkering with it. I'm not sure. I'm looking through the manual and like pushing the buttons and going, oh, that looks pretty. That's awesome.
That looks like a good picture right there. Yeah, we do it in
other
Texas.
problems with them too. The Asus 144 hertz screens that I saw, that was at a little computer store.
Right.
Up by where I used to work, and I went in there, played with it. I noticed a couple of problems with it. One was the color accuracy was really screwed up. It wasn't that it was a lack of richness of color. The color just didn't look right. The contrast on it was thrown off. And the other thing is I noticed a lot of light leak. Like, really? I don't know, the backlighting technology they use on them now, I don't know if it's like particularly aggressive or something like that, but I just noticed a glow in all four corners of the screen, and that was really annoying too.
I can answer that if you want to know.
Yes, I do.
Okay, so there's two if we're talking about LED panels, there's edge lit and there's backlit. Now, edge lit runs off of a foil that the lights surround the panel and it reflects off the foil.
I'm just kidding.
Shut up, Paul. So the edge lit monitors will always have that light leak around the edges and the corners. The more expensive LED panels, which are actually fatter, like true LEDs, are not about thinness. They were just about consistent color, or not color, but brightness and longer life. They weren't about like, oh, let's make it as thin as possible. That just kind of was a side effect. But the actual like expensive and good quality LED panels are a true backlit, where the whole back of the panel is a light panel. So the edge lit ones are the ones that have those horrible they look like triangles in the corner.
Yeah, well, I went and looked at Chris Perillo got his 21:9 LG monitor, the one that's like two 1080p's side by side, and that thing had horrible light leak around the edges. Like if you turned off the light in the room and you had any kind of dark scene, I mean, it just looked like freaking flashlights were shining out of all the corners of it. I mean, it was horrible. 21:9
is not two 1080s, mister.
Why not?
20:9 is actually I think like two 4:3s side by side.
Hold on. Was it 21:9 resolution?
Well, you can just do the math.
It, damn
16 times 2 is 32, so a 32:9 would be a 1080p times 2.
Actually, you're wrong. 2560x1080. So it is two 1080p side by side, right?
No, 1920x1080 is a single 1080.
2560 divided by 2.
So what's 1920?
I'm hearing lots of numbers.
What's 1920 times 2?
Hold on. Oh, it's 1280.
So it's two 720 basically side by side, similar to that.
But it's got 1080.
Or 1280 by 720. Yeah, numbers. We're talking numbers on Tech Talk.
Confused about the numbers and the things in the numbers.
Did Chris mention if the 21:9 ratio was supported in games, or does Chris not play games?
No, he doesn't play games, but I happen to know that as long as they use the Unreal Engine or the Crytek engine, they'll support those resolutions, because the resolutions don't have to be directly supported by the game; they need to be supported by the engine. But I'm sure there's a crap load of games that wouldn't work.
I see two questions aimed at me that I kind of want to tackle real quick.
Nail.
All right, the first one is Noob's Gaming Noobs Games Inc. asks, what is better, 1080p or 1200p for gaming? Guys, 1200p is pretty much the same resolution as 1080, only it has a little bit more on the bottom of the screen for pixels. It's just, instead of being 1080p height, it's 1200 height. It's still 1920 wide. So it's just extra screen real estate with the same pixel density. It's not an actual 16 by 9 width. Right. That's the only difference. Someone else asked, and I want to put his name in here because I want to point and laugh. No, I'm just kidding. I won't point and laugh. That'd be mean. Mr. Know-It-All. Oh, Mr. Know-It-All 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 says, Jay, will you ever switch back to AMD for a CPU? Mister, I'm running a 5960X.
That's a $1,000 CPU.
No, it has nothing to do with the price. I just if AMD came out with something that could actually rival this thing, then I would consider it.
I'm not saying anything.
Hey, I hope they do for the sake of market.
Well, I will run an AMD CPU if they send me a gaming machine.
I mean, think about this. Okay, Roy, the VP, was on a show recently. For the life of me, I can't think of it right now. But he even talked about the different lanes that AMD focuses on. Right now, they're focused on APUs, which for what they are, they're great little chips. The enthusiast market is its own little line. I mean, they just launched a couple of FX chips, but as an AMD fan, as you know I am, if I was to look at AMD, I would want them to build an enthusiast chip in the near future. And there's been leaks of things talking about, but
can I speculate when you're done?
Yeah, do it, man. Go for it.
All right. I'm not anti-AMD by any stretch. When I came back to PCs after I for whatever reason was sick in the head, it was like, I'm just going to join the Apple cult and I'm going to go purely Apple. And when I sold my MacBook and stuff and I built my gaming rig again, I went down to Fry's and I bought myself a Phenom 2 P965. I had loved that processor. I think overclocked like a dream. And I had
oh my god, yes, I did.
I had AMD for 4 generations after that. But the thing with me is I eventually started needing a powerhouse and a workhorse, which Intel offered me. Now, I tell people all the time, at least those that I'm still able to answer, who ask me, Intel or AMD, I'm like, ask yourself what you're doing. Are you doing something that needs the extra horsepower of an Intel? If not, then save your money and get a better graphics card.
Well, or if you want to use your computer and cook eggs, scrambled eggs, the AMD works great for a hot plate.
Well, you know, I'm being an AMD Red Team Plus member. I mean, there's only 6 of us, so we have a lot that we do.
Can I join?
But I'm still a computer consultant. I still help people learn how to build computers.
There's no room for 7.
Go away,
There's no room
please.
for 7, Joe.
7's like the weird wheel that just gets stuck on the back of the truck. It doesn't even roll.
Jerry can carry the equipment.
Yeah!
He can carry the bags.
What I'm saying is I still, like... last weekend, I helped someone move from consoles to PC, building him his first PC. My 2 questions I ask is, do you really need that much power? And what is your budget?
Yes, I need that much power, and my budget is unlimited.
Well, I am poor people now, technically, so I should go full-blown AMD.
Actually, guys, my budget is very limited. I'm just very lucky that 90% of the system was sponsored.
There you go.
Just so you guys know, I went there, Jay had an Aventador parked in his garage, so...
I mean, my main thing for running my streams is to show exactly what the AMD's system can do. I mean, can you still stream with it? Because a lot of people, when they buy a gaming computer, they want to become Twitch stars.
Now, this is not... Yeah, no, right. And just like everybody does YouTube wants to be a huge YouTuber.
Right.
I mean, it's just the...
I am a huge YouTuber.
That's the game. But anyway... When it comes to gaming performance, guys, because I think most of these people who are asking me these questions are gamers. They're not doing what I'm doing. I don't know if you saw the Instagrams I've been putting up. This thing is rendering 4 times the real time rate. I did 11-minute or 10-minute 11-second video.
Isn't there like a 4-minute thing you just posted, or did I?
What's funny is I said 5 minutes 8 seconds is how long it took to render my 10-minute 11-second video, because that's what it showed estimated. It actually finished in 4 minutes and 38 seconds. And that was full 1080p at 14 million bit rate. So it's actually pretty freaking powerful. So I used that power, and it's doing exactly what I wanted. But it still was hard to pull the trigger on $970-something with tax, because that's what it cost me. So, but I need the power, and because I was able to render 4 videos today because of the rendering power of that, and I rendered all 4 videos in just over a half an hour. So I needed the power. But if you go to anintech.com, and Anintech, if you guys don't know, is a very respected. Some people would actually say he's biased, but AnandTech is a very respected blog forum and web and PC forum that gets to review everything when it comes to PCs. He's very well educated. He knows what he's doing. And he took the 5960X, his review sample, and pitted it against every CPU that's current on the market. The 8350, the 9590. Is it the 9570? What's the 5 gig one from AMD? Paul, is it 9570?
Say again?
The 5 gig AMD chip? Isn't it 9570 or something like that?
The 5 gig graphics card?
No, the CPU.
Am I missing something?
The 5 gigahertz CPU from AMD.
Damn it, you're the 6+ red leader. Come on.
He threw me off with the number. I'm like, what are we talking about? I thought about a graphics card. I'm like, 5 what?
Okay, so
I'm going to go tweet AMD right now. That's it. I'm telling AMD.
It's actually 4.7 with boost to 5.
Right. Well, I mean, we're going to talk boost because that's what
I was like, what?
All right. So
he's talking about a 7950. I don't know what's going on.
They took AMD's all the way up from the 83 or 8120 all the way up of their current line, all of the mainstream platform 4770K, 4790K, 4690K, and all three of the new enthusiast CPUs. Do you know what the difference in frame rates was on almost every single game? Shut up, Jerry. On every single game between the 5960X and even the 8120, which is 4 years old?
What's the difference?
3 years old? 2 frames per second. 2 frames per second on their benchmark was the only difference between the $1,000 chip and $129 chip.
But 2 frames, man. Woo!
So
some people will argue it's worth it.
Bragging rights.
But that's the thing. If you're a gamer, you please don't even consider this platform. Don't even consider X99.
Well, did
you want to say something so bad?
Trying to convince people that it's not worth that much money for just a gamer. Some of them are like, but it's the best. Oh.
Even the 4790K isn't worth it for a gamer, and it's only $100 more.
That's the problem is you do have the people that are building like, boutique systems that are the absolute cutting edge. 2 frames per second to them is like the difference between failure and success.
I hate that word so much. Because that's what NVIDIA called the first Titan, was a boutique card.
Mm.
Well, it kind of was.
I hate that.
But no, that's why I keep pointing that out, because when I stream every week, I'm sitting here going, well, okay, I've had people come in, not with my PC specs, and go, wow, your Battlefield 4 stream looks really good, even better than some other streamers. And I figure out the other streamers running an i7, and I'm like, well, this is what I'm trying to point out. You don't need to spend a ton of money on something that's almost twice the price as an 8350 to be able to stream and play your games.
Are you running 8350 or a 9590?
Not right now. I just switched over. They sent me a couple weeks ago. They sent me a 9590 to test out the new Cooler Master water cooler they boxed in.
Oh, that's right.
20XL.
And you're looking at putting a bigger cooler on to push it farther, aren't you?
The H220X.
Are you actually overclocking that 9590 at all, or are you leaving it factory right now?
With the 120XL, it's staying stock, because if I try to do anything more than streaming, it gets a little hotter than I like.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's true.
Right now it's 4.7.
Yeah, I mean, it's a factory overclocked 8350. It was a really well binned chip. That's why I'm curious as to how much headroom you might actually have in there.
If I can get it cool enough, I'm gonna try.
But don't forget, you've got to think about TDP as well and current on the socket.
Yep.
The motherboard is going to be a huge thing.
The VRAMs get hot.
Hell yeah.
I need to put a fan on the back of the motherboard.
Yep.
And on even the water pump. I mean, it's hot.
Yeah. Chip.
Somebody in chat made a really good point. And I Killed You said the AMD's better if you like porn, and I asked him why, and he said because you have more money for porn. If you don't buy Intel, I mean, his logic's impeccable. So
you can't argue with that.
You can't argue with that. You buy AMD, you have more money.
Did you see the little tweet thing we were going on about the other day about $3,000 Titan Z or $3,000 gaming computer with 4K monitor or even surround? You can buy the $999 295X2, the 9590. You can go all through the whole build and get a 1080p surround iFinity for cheaper than the one graphics card.
Shitbird89 is asking what my BF4 name is. It's the exact same name as this stream. Jay's
Everybody always asks me what my name is everywhere too, and it's always the same. There's not one place
I
for
can't
strippers.
accept your friend request if you're going to send me one anyway, because my list is full. But I just thought I'd tell you.
Gamer Seer said, "What
Yeah.
glasses are you wearing?" These are actually Gunner Optics Onyx Vapor Onyx
Oh, I
glasses.
didn't.
Exactly
I
what
didn't-
I'm wearing.
Mine's out in the living room.
Wait, you wear them in the living room?
No, I brought them home from work today, and they're still on the bar.
They finally made it home from work?
Yeah, because I worked from home today.
Ah, very good.
I like them.
Is it
Yeah.
better to go with a
Dude.
1440p or a 144 hertz monitor? The
Depends what it's
144 hertz monitor, though we kind of already talked about this for like 45 minutes, it's really only useful if you have the graphics power to need greater than 60 hertz frame rate.
Yep.
If
Which
you're running,
anything over a 280X does.
yeah, and if you're running like a
Pretty much.
760 or a 750 Ti or something,
Higher than those.
you don't need them if you're running a low end card like that.
Well, wouldn't a 760 put out? Oh, yeah.
Not consistently. When I did my 1080p,
That's true. It drops, doesn't it?
the 760 sitting in my 4770K rig right there, and the 760 if you leave it on ultra with no MSAA, it can do 60 frames per second. The moment you
As
add
soon as you put on anti-alias.
even 2 times or 2x,
Yep.
it then drops into the 40s and 50s.
Now, if you look at the R9 285 that just got released, it shouldn't have that much of an issue putting out some good frames. But
Which
they
one?
put the brand new one they just released, the R9 285.
Oh, the 285, yeah.
It's the same kind of chip as the 290 290X, so it
Yeah.
it has true audio built on there. I sound like a friggin' commercial.
No, I mean, you know about it. I mean,
And it's supposed to be,
your
you know,
genre.
if you look at the benches, that thing it almost gets in. It's like nipping at the heels of that GTX 770 and totally stomps the 760 at less than just $1 under.
I actually wish
250.
AMD would send me one, or one of the vendors, only because they had sent me the 760 and the 280 to do the comparison. I mean, those cards came from AMD, and if you look at my benchmarks, the 280 inches out ahead by about 5% on top of the 760, but at the time it was about $30 to $40 cheaper, which made it the much better bargain. But considering where the current price point is on the 285, I don't think there's a better option.
Dude, it's so hard to beat. And
It's
with what you get with it,
225, some of that, 220.
240.
Oh, 240. Jerry hates when we do hardware talk because he just doesn't know.
He gets all bored.
Yeah.
He starts
Then he's
poking
left to his
camera
own
with the back.
devices, and then you see him shanking with bat knife.
Well,
I forgot I had this
hands on one-
magnetized under my desk, so I grabbed it.
I'm surprised you
If I
weren't
end up
looking
getting
for
my
it.
hands on one, maybe we can, send it your way, get your hands on it, test
Yeah.
it a little bit.
Yeah, I'm all down for loners.
Cool. Yeah, that's fun stuff.
People are apparently telling Jerry to die. Am I missing this? I don't know. Someone's like, "Why do you want Jerry to die?" Oh, I can't move my mouse. Oh, there we go.
So now, I know you're going to CES, right? That's January, correct?
If I don't die between now and then, yes.
Right. Is anybody planning on going to PAX South?
Does anybody go to?
When
PAX
is it
South?
and where is it?
It's the first time it's happening. It's in my hometown, San Antonio.
Oh, okay, that's right. So there's a fifth PAX
January.
event now.
Yeah,
So in
Wow.
January, and it's
Yep.
in the Deep
Texas.
South.
it's in San Antonio, Texas.
You know what? I might actually see if I can work that.
Come.
If I
I
come
was-
down there, can I crash at your house?
You know what? That might be possible.
I would
Sweet.
love to go. But I think considering I will have a 1-month-old and will have just come off CES, I don't think it's going to be feasible.
That's the best
It's
thing,
right
right?
after CES,
Best
isn't it?
I don't
You're
know.
gonna
I
need
didn't
a
even know
break.
there was a PAX South. But if it's in January at all, the timing just is bad for me.
Yeah, I don't know the exact timing. I'm hoping because we're talking next year is our 10-year anniversary, and we're talking of going on a trip down to Mexico for that anniversary. And if that conflicts with PAX South, I'm going to that instead, not
Yeah.
PAX South.
What I love is people who are like, I'm going to CES, and then their next statement is like, where do you register? It's like, nope, you're not going.
Nope.
It's
Why
not a
is
public.
everybody asking boobs or butts?
It's not a public event like PAX is.
That's a running thing on Tech Talk. We always end up talking about boobs or butts, and I'm a boobs guy. I believe Jay is also a boobs guy.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And then the other one that
they make the world go round.
well, then the other one that Paul's Hardware
And the-
started was Crumple or Fold.
That was a good one too.
What?
Yeah, like when you're
Toilet
wiping
paper.
on the toilet.
Oh, I remember because you did the whole like zip line catch it in your hand thing.
Yeah.
And you rip it off. See, after our year ago, almost 9 months ago, what's up with...
You're a wet wipe guy now, aren't you? You're
I'm
a wet wiper.
Wipe guy, and I do not mistaken it for bleach wipes.
Oh, correct. Correct, guy.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm telling
you
you, man, I was sold. I was like, hey, let's give this a try. And I, got myself some wet wipes, and I was
so
like,
refreshing.
oh, hell yes. But
Cures
I still
the
use
itch.
toilet paper to kind of, clean up the moist. I don't
Oh
like
yeah,
being
you wouldn't
moist.
want to get the wet wipe too dirty.
I'm not going to get back to CES. I'm not going this year, but I'm definitely going next year. But I'm not going to do like Jay does. I'm not going to go around and like set up interviews and do all that stuff. I'm literally just going to wander around.
I'm limiting the number of interviews I do this year. See, last year was my first time getting to meet most of these companies I've only interacted with through email and shipping.
Holy crap, you were so busy. I was like, oh my god, you hit everything. You were just all over the place.
Well, I still didn't. There were still a lot of things I didn't hit. I didn't hit EVGA. I didn't hit Kingston. I didn't hit OCZ. I didn't hit Corsair. I mean, there's too many. I don't want to see your drugs.
I just want to walk the floor with one of those freaking giant 64-ounce like booze cups with the lanyard. I just want to wander into like the 3D printer guys and be like, yeah, so what do you got here? Yeah, so it's pretty cool.
Jerry's going to be so disappointed. There's no alcoholic beverages allowed in there.
What?
Okay, then I will chug it before I walk in.
What?
See, always thinking, Jay. Always thinking.
Yeah, there's no alcoholic beverages allowed in the CES Convention Center.
You just
'Cause all the
you
nerds
line
just
up
get
6
drunk.
shots each and just hit them before you walk in.
Hey, watch it. That 78-year-old man guarding the door has one job, and he does it well.
Don't tase me, bro. Don't tase me.
He's going to tase you with his pacemaker.
I don't know if we all met up in Vegas. I don't know if we'd be doing much of anything.
That's why even if...
I've gone to CES twice in my life, Paul, and I've never actually made it to CES.
That's why I was shocked you were able to make it into PAX.
Yeah, I literally
just
had credentials.
I was like, uh-oh.
Well, that's why
credentials, plane tickets, everything, and I got to the hotel and literally never made it to pick up my credentials either time.
if Jerry does make it down to CES, that's why I know I will not be able to meet up with him.
Someone's asking about new hardware, or wait for new hardware, or go with something now. It's we're all computer builders.
There's no new hardware coming out anytime
There's
soon.
always something new every day, so just
You
pick
don't
your
wait
day
for
and go.
Exactly.
There's no new Intels coming out soon because they just launched the new Enthusiast platform.
There's no new AMD
And
coming
the-
out. They just launched stuff.
And the mainstream platform was relaunched in June. There's nothing coming out till like next June for Intel.
Don't wait. Buy now.
And then even then it'll probably be Broadwell, which will be the first mainstream platform that is DDR4 friendly. So, but it will not be backwards compatible. If you guys are going, oh, I can build something now and then I can just throw in DDR4 later. No, you're not. It's a different pin out altogether. It's 244 pins and it's an entirely different socket. It's actually curved on the bottom. The bottom of the DIMMs are not flat. They're like curved.
That's weird.
Yeah, I don't know why that is, honestly, but they're curved.
Ran out of places to put the notch, just decided to do it all different now. It probably has something to do with like the distance of the wires from like the C. Everything's getting so fast now. It's like the actual distance of the copper matters.
Here's
now.
a good question. Hey Jay, do you think that Intel will ever get into the APU market like AMD is?
They're already APU.
They already are. That's the thing.
Yeah.
All the i7s and i5s on the mainstream are APU guys. It's just their integrated graphics suck so bad they don't even advertise it.
Yep.
So bad.
They're like, oh yeah, by the way.
Earlier when you guys weren't looking, I actually answered that. I was like, i7 already has integrated graphics.
i5 and i7 and i3.
They're just poopy integrated graphics that nobody wants.
Look, just like Internet Explorer is only good for downloading another browser, the integrated graphics on i5 and i7 is only good for troubleshooting a graphics card. I'm serious.
That's awesome.
That's a good one, Jay. I like
Someone
that.
tell us what time that was at so we can highlight that.
I know.
That was awesome.
Hey, do you guys want to take some questions from Twitter?
Do it.
Sure.
All right, Ask Talk Tech Talk. We
Ask
have
Talk Tech. Go.
Okay.
This is
So
Ask Talk.
And welcome to Ask Talks. Is what desk clamp mic stand should he get to hold a blue snowball mic? So I don't know what
this
this
blue
looks
snowball
like.
mic.
I have
This
a video.
thing's cheaper and way better.
I have a video where I talk about mic stands, or I talk about the amp thing I bought, and there's a link on there to like.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, there's
I
a link
almost
on
bought
there.
that setup.
Yeah, and there's a link on there to different mic stands. You can get some good ones on Amazon for like $20.
But do you guys remember when we first started doing Hangouts, I was using the Blue Yeti?
Mm-hmm.
And now that I have this, there's a huge difference in sound quality, and this thing's only $60.
Actually, when we
Sounds
started,
great. Actually,
when we started, you were using a headset.
SteelSeries. Yeah, I was using the SteelSeries, and that thing sounded like ass.
Yeah, it did. It sounded like you were talking through a tin can with a broken string.
Right, but now with this thing, I mean, listen to this. You could do stuff like, ladies and gentlemen, tonight you're watching Tech Talk with JayzTwoCents, Barnacules, and the guest, iamapropos.
I can blow up subwoofers. Watch.
Boom.
Oh.
Anyone who had a subwoofer going right there knows I just cranked the bass to +12.
You just pleasured many a wife.
That just like vibrated my brain. I have earbuds in. That was nice.
Shake some windows.
All
Paul
right.
now I gave Paul a concussion. Look at him.
Yeah, I'm like twitching. That was vibrating my brain.
All right, you guys want another question?
Let's do it.
Here we go. The Monster Atlas asks, "Ooh, this one for me. Would you recommend an Ultimaker 3D printer to produce objects to sell at conventions? Not copyrighted things, though, by the way. He made sure he was clear on that. Ultimaker 3D printer, they're really fast for a 3D printer, but realize it still is slow. So it'd be one of those things where you'd want to print a bunch of stuff over like a week before you went to the convention. You wouldn't want to be live printing stuff. I did that when I went to Vlogger Fair, and I think we only produced a total of like 24 small objects throughout the entire day. So it's not a good idea for printing stuff like on the spot. You don't want somebody walking up to your booth and being like, "Hey, I'd like to buy one of those," and you go over and punch it in on the printer and say, "All right, we'll just hang out for 4.5 hours," you know. But as far as 3D printers go, I mean, Ultimaker's, it's a screamer. It's a very, very fast 3D printer. Let's see what else. Oh, here we go. David Cortez says, "Is it worth building your own liquid-cooled PC or purchasing a pre-built liquid-cooled PC?" Personal preference, but Jay has shown that you can build something that is pretty damn badass by comparison to what you can just buy.
Yeah, but come on. You can't use my system as any sort of an example for anybody, to be honest, because if I were a human being, then I would never...
What are you if you're not?
I am a cyborg, but I would never.
Robot.
Look, guys. Here's the reality. Skunkworks is a just under $7,000 tower. When I put together the PC part picker list, I forgot to put the GPU blocks and other things in there. It's just under $7,000. If I had to pay $7,000 for this, it would not exist.
Oh my god!
Nobody needs a machine like that. And Jerry's like, I do. I built me a $10,000 machine that's now
That's
slow.
right.
Slow.
That's right. Hey.
So, no, I would never in a million years be able to build something like this on my own dime, only because it's not worth it. This is so impractical. But
so EP-ing.
It is. That's all it is. It's like I show it off to myself because nobody comes in here anyway. You can't even see it when I'm gaming and stuff. It's a background prop.
Second webcam and just put it on that.
Just point it at. Remember when I used to have the webcam inside my NZXT case? So
that's
anyway,
what I'm saying. That would be cool.
The nice thing though about acrylic tubing is that you can actually do acrylic tubing usually for less money than soft tubing. Soft tubing tends to run you about $30 for 10 feet, and you can get 9 feet of acrylic tubing for about $10. First of all. And if you actually take the time to learn how to bend it, you don't have to buy angled fittings or 90s or rotaries or any of that stuff because you can save a lot of money on the fittings. Shut up. The down part is the fact that if you need to change out a component, it's not like soft tubing where you have some flex and you can kind of like pull off a CPU block or something. You've got to drain the system to take it apart.
I better listen because if I get that H220X, I'm gonna start wanting to dabble into bringing my graphics card into it. I need to learn about this stuff. I know absolutely nothing. I want to, but you were saying, money wise, I've usually found other things to spend my money on unless someone sends me stuff to test. That's when I get to upgrade or whatever.
When I get back from my Chicago trip, I am going to be doing a how to do a water cooling loop with acrylic tubing. I'm going to be showing how to bend it, how to heat it, how to plan it, and all that stuff. I'm also going to show you the wrong way to do it because just for fun, I wanted to see what would happen. I bent the tube, and I did this when I was building Skunkworks. I have like 40 feet of tube in the other room. By the way, it's actually in a 9 foot or 6 foot long. No, it's 9 feet. 9 feet long, like cylinder. It's like a giant toilet paper roll. And I'm serious. It's massive. The tube is really long
use
too. My tube is huge, guys. So anyway, I wanted to see what happened when I bent it and then cooled it quickly. Because some people were like, "Oh, you can bend it and then you can dip it in water." I tend to just kind of hold it there for about 60 seconds and then I'll like blow on it.
The context of this is I'm seriously not thinking about liquid cooling a PC and listening to Jay talk, and it's hilarious.
Okay,
It makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside.
Dip it in water and blow on it.
Gotta get it moist.
Anyway.
Fractal Josh is asking.
Yeah,
what
Josh
goes
is actually going to be
Chicago.
in Chicago when I'm there. That's the crazy
Kick
part.
ass.
And I'm actually trying to plan a fan meetup, but I'm getting frustrated trying to plan it. So I'm about to be like, screw it, I'm not meeting anybody when I'm there. So I don't know, we'll figure it out. But anyway,
sorry.
Go ahead. There was canned air on my desk, right? And I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm holding it, right? And I'm going, oh, I could just kind of like spray a little bit. So I was just kind of spraying some air on it, and it cooled it off. And I was like, okay, it's pretty rigid. And I went, I wonder what happens if I turn it upside down. So I bent another piece, and when it was still hot, I sprayed it upside down with the Freon, like goes straight on it. And I'm like, oh, wow, that's cold. I took it, and it was like snap in half like a freaking wishbone.
Super
because
brittle.
the moment I sprayed it, like a million micro cracks just went and appeared all over the tube. I was like, oh, so that's what happens when you shock cool acrylic. So I'm going to demonstrate that in the video about how you don't want to shock cool your tube or it's going to snap.
Yeah.
Nice.
You're going to have a mess everywhere.
All right. Well, we got Ashley asking, what do you guys think of filtered Twitter feeds? Kind of like how Facebook filters shit. So like a certain number of people have to like it before the rest of the people see it.
That's dumb.
I think it's stupid. And if
the
that
point?
happens, I'm going to be mad.
What's the point of social media if you have to do that?
Well, with Facebook, I've realized, even though Jerry, you were finding it out before I did, only like a fourth or less of your following on Facebook sees when you post stuff.
Yeah.
That drives me nuts. If that starts happening on Twitter, oh my god, I'm gonna be pissed.
Yeah, no, I've got like 10,000 people. I've only got 10,000 followers on Facebook, and it was more than double what Twitter was when it started. My Twitter community has grown so much faster because that filtering hasn't been there. And on YouTube, it's like you post something, and unless it gets like 50 likes instantly, and you get that little thing that pops up, it's like, do you want to promote this so that the rest of your people see it? It doesn't go out to anybody else, and it just dies. So sometimes I'll post stuff and it'll get like 4 likes. I post the same thing on Twitter, and it gets like 100.
Oh yeah,
well, it's horrible.
My Facebook has been under 500 for 4 months, right?
Yeah,
I've been growing.
They don't grow.
On Twitter, I've been growing approximately 100 new followers on Twitter per month until this last week, where I've been jumping 50 a week.
Yeah,
I'm like, love Twitter. Love it.
But that's what happens, Paul. That's what happens in YouTube and everything. You start to compound, right? I mean, that's why. I'm gaining. I'm not going to compare my numbers to Jerry, for love of fucking God, but
I'm not.
No, I mean I'm growing. I'm growing now at a rate where it used to take me a month, and then it was like then it would take me a month to get 1,000, then it took me a week to get 1,000, and then now it's like it takes like a day or two to get 1,000. It's like what, it's like crazy.
Well, if they start doing that to Twitter, what they did to Facebook, are we all going to move to like Google Plus?
Yep, I'm moving to Google Plus.
You know who really loses though is the fans, because I hate to sound like one of those people. It's like, it's the children. True. The children are the ones who are losing.
The children that suffer.
No, it's true because whereas I do go on Facebook every now and then, most people know that my Facebook feed is just a copy of my Twitter feed.
Yeah.
But I like Twitter because it's short messages, and I hate to even admit it, but there's times where I'm like, okay, I've got like 2 minutes to read a message, and I open it up, and a freaking wall of text appears on this email or this message, and I'm like, sorry, dude, I gotta come back to you later. Hopefully, I remember to come back. But I have to
do that too.
But I get a Twitter message with 140 characters. Chances are I can reply.
Yeah. Oh, here's a good one. Seer the Gamer asked, did you guys get sponsored to wear Gunner Optics in this? The answer is absolutely not.
Nope.
I am in no way, shape, or form sponsored by Gunner Optics. This pair that I'm wearing right now, Gunner sent me a pair, so I didn't have to pay for this pair that I have myself, but I make absolutely no money from Gunner. I don't even have an affiliate link for them.
Wait, those are which ones? The Regents?
These are the Vaporonics.
Oh, okay. I had the Regents. I was like, oh, man, we would have had the same ones. Yeah, mine are actually in the other room because I forgot to grab them.
I was dared by my audience on Twitch before I moved to Hitbox. Hey, you should test Flux versus Gunners. I'm like, I thought Gunners were a joke, right?
Yeah.
So I went to Best Buy, bought a pair in my mind thinking, oh, I'm going to return these after 7 days. I'm getting my money back. I think they're a joke. 7 days later, I kept them, bought another pair, bought sunglasses, and now my wife owns a pair. No, definitely.
I wish I had a pair for the home and the office. I would have to transport them back and forth. No, because the way I look at it is the more I transport them, the higher the chance of losing them are.
Yep. I lost these for 2 months. I was like, oh my God, I left them at AMD. Nope. I actually put them on the back end of the couch and they fell off between right in the corner.
I bet there was like a squeal of giddy happiness when you found them.
Oh my God.
I was actually going to buy gunners. Like I was actually shopping online for gunners because my eyes were getting dry. Right. And that's one of the problems. I say this also. I was like, okay, I'm going to go buy some gunners. And then I thought, oh, why don't I just send them an email first and see if they'd be interested in give me a pair to review. And they did. So it's like I even seeked them out.
That's awesome.
What?
Do you have chronic dry eye?
I do.
Well, you know what's cool about this BenQ monitor too?
Vaporonics.
It reduces the blue light as well, so it really helps with. I mean, I could definitely tell the difference.
Pop. That's what I like. Is it makes the tech like if you're in a dev IDE or something with like a black and light background or in verse, it seems to give you better contrast on the text. That's slight amplification too.
I'm sure Timmy Tech will sell his gunners. I saw Timmy Tech's videos on them.
Mojo, the tech guru, says, Jay, the water cooling god. So I had to answer. Is there any benefits to a separate water cooling loop for GPU and CPU?
It'd be expensive.
Well, that's what mine is. No, I'm kidding. Well, I have 3 GPUs on one loop. And
hey, can somebody ban Octillery 12287, please? Thank you.
That obese guy, Boogie2988?
Yeah, he's being obnoxious. He was talking about you earlier, too.
That guy who's freakishly amazing? Yeah, anyway.
Yeah,
the GPUs and the CPUs, for the most part, you're not going to get any cooler temperatures by separating them out. What you're going to notice happens is you're going to have a lot less heat soak of your system. The reason why I have my loops separated right now is my
soak.
Heat soak, yeah. It's do you understand? You understand that?
I have no idea what that is.
Soak.
All right, so you're gonna
dip myself in a bathtub. Heat soak.
Great. Nope. Now I'm gonna have to listen to Jerry snore again because I've got to bring science into this. Okay, all of your components have a certain amount of wattage that needs to be displaced in terms of heat, right?
Yes.
That would be a thermal British unit.
Yes.
Right. Now those units, we're talking about our units again. Your radiators, when they're in the same loop, all of the heat generated by your CPUs and your GPUs are going to be equally dispersed amongst those radiators. If you separate out those loops, you did not separate the amount of heat being generated by those components. You've simply changed where the heat is transferred to. So you're able to get a more efficient loop in terms of how long it takes for it to cool down after you put it under load versus if you had a single loop. What I used to find when I had my 2 480s cooling my 2 GPUs and my did I have a single? Yeah, I did have two. What I used to find when I had my 2 No. I didn't have my SLI rig in my 900D, did I? I don't even remember, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I thought you did.
I did? Maybe I did. Okay. What I remember is that...
680s.
No, my 780s. I didn't have SLI 680s.
Okay.
Okay, so what I used to find was that my my loop would take a really long time to actually come back down to ambient temp after playing games or rendering or something. It would jump up really hot, and then it would come back down and sit maybe 10, 15 degrees warmer than where it started and not come all the way back down. But now that my loop is separated and the radiators are not even in the same environment of each other, they're separated by like a floor, things cool down like immediately after I'm done. So heat soak just has to do with the fact that each radiator only has to deal with the components tasked to it rather than both work together to cool everything.
Got it.
Yeah.
Sorry, you asked the question. Or somebody did.
Yeah.
Heat soak. I'm going to need a heat soak after. No, I'm just kidding.
Let's see here.
That's it. I'm out of here. Let me drop the mic. Hold on.
Alex says, ask Tech Talk, boots and cats. Boots and cats and boots and cats and boots and cats. All right. Nice. Boots and cats. All right.
I don't rap.
Oh, here we go. Here's one for Paul. Celtic Fox says, "What plans does AMD have for 2015 and 2016?" Paul, what are their plans?
Paul could even talk about it.
Here's exact. I can't.
What are their plans, Paul?
No, you can't.
Their plan. Yes.
No, you can't
talk about
I'm
it, Paul.
about ready to say it. I will
No, you
break
can't.
all NDAs right now.
There is no
by-
AMD news. AMD is closing up shop.
That's.
I heard they went bankrupt twice this year.
Okay, you guys ready? You guys ready?
Let's hear it.
Okay, Sam, if you're watching, turn off. You turn off your speakers. I'm nope. What AMD is going to do in 2015 is and you're going to want to buy it.
They're doing more consoles.
He did. Jerry's leaned towards the thing, seeing if he could hear it better. He's like, "What?
I need to know."
It's gonna. You know what? I can tell you this. When we got to sit
AMD might
down,
be doing mobile platforms.
we got to sit down with John Byrne and pick his brain with all the questions all of you want to know about AMD. We got to ask about the FX line, what's going on with the future stuff that AMD's working on. We got to ask all that. And the first thing he asked us before he answered any of those questions, and he answered all of them to any detail we needed to satisfy our questions. He asked, "Are you guys under NDA?" And we all said yes. Then he answered his questions. And so I can't tell you anything. But I can tell you this. I left that meeting with him more excited about being part of AMD than I've ever been in 20 years.
Well, I've had the same. I'm pretty sure I've had the same discussion that you're talking about when I had my hour-and-a-half long phone call with AMD in Texas. I'm assuming that's their corporate office, right?
That's one of their headquarters, yeah.
Yeah, and I was pretty excited too. That was around the time that my R9 RAM came, and we were talking. I was doing my Kaveri tests and things. I got to have a pretty in-depth discussion about the trajectories of AMD. I believe I even made a tweet. I was like, had an hour long or an hour and a half long meeting with AMD, and wow, am I excited! I mean, I said the same thing because I want there to be a freaking contender to all tiers of CPU options.
It needs to be there. It needs to be for the builders, for us. There needs to be competition. But the problem is people need to understand that AMD does not have the big pockets that Intel does. So when they work on something, they really got to take the time and actually work on it. And it takes time because they don't have as much to put into it as the competition. But when they do put into it, I mean, you get good
as much
stuff.
as I like to give consoles crap,
Right.
the console deals really boosted AMD's ability to start doing some R&D again.
Yes. You know what's exciting about the consoles for me is the
They
fact
make great
that
doorstops.
no, mantle. Because what's the hardest thing for game developers to do? Port games.
Yeah.
To
Program for Mantle.
So now,
Oh, shots fired.
well, think about this. All consoles have AMD hardware in it. So if game developers start bringing in Mantle more and more, it's going to be so much easier for them to port their games over to PC, which benefits everybody, all gamers.
Which is kind of funny considering they're initially developed on a PC.
Right?
Mind blown.
So, it's PCception. I figure we're gonna go for about an extra 15 minutes, guys, since we were 15 minutes late.
Then you guys are going to take a quick break and we're going to do some Battlefield 4?
Yeah, I'm gonna put the kid to bed, and about a quarter after 8 or so, I will be ready to play with you guys.
So
Get the game that is.
Oh, good catch. Good catch. No, all I got to do is cut down like 1 million boxes in my garage, take the garbage down, and eat dinner with the family, and then I'm good to go.
I'm starting to get some comments about, Jay, why are you such a console dick? Okay, listen. I have absolutely nothing against consoles. Look, there's an expectation of me that people love to stereotype, and I just love to play into it. One, that I absolutely hate the Titan and Titan Z. I don't care. But the audience has turned it into, oh my God, we can flame Jay with the Titan. So you go with it. It's fun. I own consoles, and I almost bought an Xbox One the other day. Almost. But
really?
I almost did. But you want to know what I bought instead? A new iPad for the wife and daughter. There it is, right there. An iPad Air. I bought an iPad Air.
I play consoles like crazy. Console master race.
I like how I'm like, I bought it for the wife and daughter. Yeah, just right here on my desk.
You know what's funny? I tell you what. I'll tell you what. Bobby,
that's a video game.
You stop whacking off in my garage again. No, here's the thing. I'm definitely a PC gamer, But there's something to be said about being able to sit back in your recliner,
Hey, PC
grab a
Pur's in here.
controller, and just play.
Say hi to PC Per, Paul. They're in here.
I agree.
Wait, what?
PC Per is in the chat.
What's up, PC Per? Which PC Per Gaming? PC Per, just PC Per.
It just says PC Per.
Oh, what's up?
I'm assuming
Breaking frogs.
that's them. You can't spoof a name on Twitch, right?
No.
Okay, cool.
Chloe Martin says, I just logged on. You're already talking about poop. Oh, it's 53 minutes old, but still.
Yeah.
That's a successful tech talk right there, people.
Hey.
So Vala79, have you considered testing universal GPU water blocks for everyone with non-reference PCBs? Yes, AlphaCool is actually sending me some universal water blocks. Ta-da!
Sweet.
Yeah, no, guys, I'm serious. I would love to have an Xbox One so I can play my all-time favorite racing series, Forza. And every time I see Jerry put up a video and I see the graphics of Forza 5 and even the car damage, I'm like, but I want to play that. It looks like
It's
so
so
much
good.
fun. And then I watch Jerry.
level 138. Oh my god, I'm so.
You are?
Yeah, dude, I played that game so much. Oh
Yeah,
my god.
I watched your stream yesterday of you driving Nuremberg. There's no way you're a skill level 138. You may have played
Dude,
enough to get to 138.
Okay, streaming and playing games is like texting while racing on a track. You can't.
Yeah,
do
he
it.
runs into every wall that he
Dude,
tries by.
he uses the wall to turn. What are you talking about?
Exactly. He's just like, he looks over at the whatever he's trying to read, and he's like,
Look.
Texting at 200
Check it
miles an hour is
out. Check
a
it
bad
out,
idea.
guys. The traffic's slowing down. I'm just gonna push my way through, guys. Look, I'm driving. Yay, Forza.
Literally turn the stream off, and then I get first place in almost every race.
So what's your excuse? What's your excuse in iRacing then?
dude, yeah, I'll let you answer that.
When was the last time I played iRacing when I wasn't streaming?
Oh my goodness! No, I'm serious. I owned Xbox 360, and then the most recent version of Xbox 360, and because I played all of the Forzas. I bought my first Xbox because of Forza.
Dude,
This is
Forza
the first-
was the stuff, man.
This is the first version of Forza I have not owned, and it's not like I don't want it.
Do you kind of
It's
miss
just
it,
every time Jerry frickin' puts up an Instagram of it.
right? I go watch him and Xander play it, and I'm like, oh, Xander's so adorable. Oh my god, the
Well,
kid is so
I even have the
He is
wheel.
adorable.
I even have
I
the
miss
wheel
it
for
so
the
much.
Xbox.
Oh my
Not
God.
not the wired wheel, but like the wireless one. But still, because I used to get on there with Coconut Monkey and I Frank the Walrus, and we played like every single night until finally we just like stopped.
Frank the Walrus. I used to see his name around when we first started hanging
Yeah.
out. What
Yeah,
happened? I haven't seen him in a
He's-
long time.
He's still around. It's just he ended up getting a real job, and now he goes to bed at a regular time.
Oh, hey, we
Ah.
got another question for Paul. This is a good one. Ubu,
What's
the
up?
tech guru. We all know Ubu.
What's up, Boo Boo?
Our resident Linux guy. He says,
does-
hey, Paul,
he
tell
does what?
AMD to fix their Catalyst driver to be on par with the Windows driver. Please. Wait a second. Is he implying the Windows driver is better than the Linux driver?
Who's Ubu? Does he have a channel?
Yeah, I don't know that Ubu. He looks familiar. I think he uses one of those open source operating systems that you can play Tetris and SimCity on.
He's that
All I
guy
can
that
say-
always talks about titties in his intro.
Yeah.
Wait. I used to. What's the thing is the greatest form of flattery? It's not
imitation.
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 I used to do his intro because I always thought he's all like,
What is up, guys? Ubu, the tech guru, coming straight at
Straight
you.
at
How's
you.
everybody doing today? I'm doing
fast acting,
fantiddlyastic.
tinactin.
I'm doing fan-tiddlyastic.
Love
See,
it.
he can't say we don't like him because we've memorized him.
Right?
Yeah.
We've seen it enough. It's like
Jerry,
when
Jerry's like, whatever.
He's like Evil Flanders. He's Evil Flanders from Simpsons.
oh my god.
How did Leo, neighbor?
Well, to answer his question is, they're working on it. I know they're working on it.
They have
but-
like one guy working
Paul.
on it part time, right?
Paul.
He's at home on Saturdays. They're like,
Paul,
hey,
I'm
can you try to add a
disappointed.
feature?
I'm disappointed
all.
in you, Paul.
Why?
You took the high road.
And answered his question.
No, you
said-
answered it
Ubu,
legitimately.
Yeah, you don't
working
answer it
on it.
legitimately. You're supposed to be like, Ubu, actually,
Well, okay,
they
then here-
outsourced it to a guy in China, and he only works on it 3 hours
Why
a
would
month.
anybody support Linux? I mean, God.
I saw this
Is that a
picture.
good answer?
I saw this
Yeah, I
picture.
like that one.
I saw this picture going around Facebook or Twitter or
joking.
something the other day, and it was like a 3-tier picture. It was like, it was like interior of a car, and it was like Apple, and it was like super sleek, right? No steering wheel, and it was just a couple of buttons. And then it was like Windows, and it was like being on the inside of a GTR. There's a steering wheel and all these gauges. And it was like Linux. It was like the inside of the space shuttle with buttons everywhere. And it was like that was the depiction of the 3 operating systems, and Linux is Linux, I guess. See,
I like
Frank.
the one where it shows all the operating systems, and it's
See,
like
Paul? Frank is in the chat. He's right there. He's even a mod.
Frank. Oh, there he is.
Frank the Walrus.
crap.
Hey, Frank the Walrus. Yo.
Oh,
He's actually a bear.
No, I like the picture where they show the guns next to all the operating systems, and then Windows has a dildo, a purple dildo. it's like gun. It's like machine gun. OS 10 is like a little like dainty gun or something like that. And then it's like Windows is just a dildo, like it's completely out of place. Gotta love comedy.
Squirrel 300 said it right. You know what? When I was in the they have this room at AMD where they let you go and actually give hands-on with all of their tech. Right. Well, they actually had a Steam box over there, so it's Linux based. So you, of course, they gotta be working on that stuff, man. But you know, things take time.
Isn't Steam OS still technically in beta?
I believe so.
Yeah. I still have this APU, this Kaveri APU build. I haven't done anything with it, and I keep coming back to the idea of a Steam box.
Put it in your living room. Steam box it.
Well, if I do that, I want to get like an HT, like a home theater case, like something like maybe like that Node case that Fractal has, that really nice looking Node that Fractal makes. You know, that Fractal Josh guy. Fractal Node.
Hey, do you know what I'm using? My case?
I see a penis. Let me get it. Hold on.
Got him.
That
Yeah, talk Tiller.
Everybody get the penis.
You created a whole new account just so you could come back and post one thing.
Everybody
do you know
get
what
the penis.
case I'm using in my main system?
What?
Cardboard?
Oh, it's a Fractal. It's a Fractal Design MIDI R2.
What's wrong with you?
What?
Just giving Josh a hard time. I've got a Fractal. It's over there. It's an ARC.
I love this case. I was using NZXT cases. I was using Corsair cases. Once I got my hand on this thing, nope, done. Love it. Everything goes
Josh
into that
never
case.
sent me a case.
I Frank
Josh
the Walrus.
didn't send me mine. AMD sent it to me.
Frank the Walrus says, he says, wow, I'm mod, but I don't have the icon to ban or tent ban. It's
do.
Probably still loading. He has the sword.
Oh, just click on their name and ban them. Click on it.
Yeah.
I like that. Ubu's like, thanks for addressing my tweet, Paul, although I already knew the answer. Like, why'd you ask the question? Oh my god, these Linux
He asks
users.
me it all the time.
Your boy Tweak says Fractal 609 is the node I'm thinking of. Thank you. Yeah, if only one of those things showed up someday, that'd be
That's my
kind of neat.
donation button on YouTube. Well, it's on my Twitch too.
Fractal Josh says, I'll bring one to Chicago, put up or shut up. Don't bring it with you. I'm not carrying that on the airplane. What's wrong with you? Don't mind me, guys. It's just my Fractal node. Sir, step away from the case. I can see TSA right now having a field day with that one.
I want a Fractal case. I don't have one.
Oh, dude, it is broken. Thanks for pointing that out, Gamerseer. I'll fix it as soon as I'm done with the show.
You're like, why am I not getting any donations?
Fractal Josh is like, Jerry, you never asked. Josh, why do I have to ask? You should know.
Hey,
You
wait.
should know.
I want to ask Josh. I love you. Send me stuff.
Jerry, what would you honestly do with it though?
I was thinking about making it into like a flower pot or something. I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
No,
I'm
to
sure
be honest-
I'm sure it'll be in the mail tomorrow, Jerry.
No, to be honest, the thing I need to do is my Antec 900 case that I have down here. The thing is about ready to fucking fall
God,
apart
that
after
thing is-
6 years. So and it's got that proprietary fan in the top that, like, when it goes tits up, you're never replacing it because it's like this big around.
You mean the 200 millimeter fan that's available from like every vendor?
Is it really?
It's a 200 millimeter fan. I used to have a 900.
Oh, I didn't know that thing was replaceable. I thought that was a proprietary.
This is our guru. This is our tech guru, guys.
Wow.
You guys, I'm a software developer, okay? I used to know my hardware.
And this is why.
He just loves tech. He
hardware
just-
side of YouTube, and I decided to go take over the popular side.
And this is why
Oh.
IT ops and devs don't get along.
You know.
It's true.
Wow.
It's so true. No, hey, Josh, I promise if you send me a case, I will not turn it into a flower pot. Underwear drawer, 50-50. But
Fractal design cases kick ass.
they do. They're awesome.
I just
wanna-
wish the Fractal Arc XL didn't have a smoked window.
That's my only complaint with my case too. I wish it was clear. The smoke that means
No.
I gotta fill it with white light to see the inside.
I bring that up. Yeah, but my red lights barely show through it. No, I bring that up only because one of the things Josh and I talked about when he was here a couple weeks back, like for a couple hours, was actually about SKUs and how they come up with the ideology and stuff of the why things are the way they are. And one of the things
Right.
has always been the smoked window. And so that's why I was giving them some shit right now. Even though I do legitimately not like the smoked window, but hey.
I don't like it either, but that would be like my only nitpick. I love the case so much. It just
I love the smoked window because you guys have seen my cable management.
Radioactive lobster.
I need that smoked window.
Do you want to know why I love this fractal design case so much? The dust buildup that San Antonio gets. Everybody I know that has a case here or a computer here in San Antonio says, "Oh my God, the dust buildup's crazy." This thing barely lets any dust inside my system.
I took all the filters off mine, so it gets pretty dusty. But I'm willing to have the trade off of airflow versus dust buildup because I clean it like an AC like a MOCD anyway.
Right.
All right, so the lobster something or another guy, I don't remember your name, the red something lobster. He asked, Fractal versus Case Labs, which one's better?
They're like not even in the. They're not even in the same like ballpark. Though.
You can't compare them. They're not directly comparable.
That's like saying is like a Volkswagen GTI better than like a Bugatti Veyron. I mean, yeah. If you don't take price into account, I guess you could probably give an answer.
If Fractal wanted to build a $500 case that was modular that could get up as much as $800, then they would build something that could compete with it. But that's not their market. That's not their demographic. You don't do that.
Same thing with Case Labs. They don't build a cheap prefab case. They don't. They're all about custom, massive, just taking all your monies.
Well, what people don't understand about Case Labs is there's no such thing as inventory or stock. They build it when you order it.
I gotta fanboy out a little bit.
Uh-oh.
Thanks for following me, Josh. I love you.
I like Fractal. Slight price difference. Slight price difference.
He's told me and Jerry to DM him on Twitter.
Hold on, guys. I'm unfollowing Josh right now. I'll give you a second. Give me 2 seconds.
I'll give you love, Josh.
Josh is making it rain. Woo! Later.
NZXT for life.
See ya.
NZXT for life.
Nope. Cheap plastic.
Corsair for life.
Dude,
I actually feel bad though. Transferring my old i960 processor setup out of that 900 into like a brand new fresh case.
I am gonna say something though that I have not said publicly.
What's that?
I do really like the 760T's style.
Oh, dude, it's gorgeous.
I love the way it looks.
It's gorgeous.
But I also look at the entire side panel being acrylic as also just eventually a spider web of micro scratches from cleaning the damn thing. Because that's the thing. You take a microfiber to acrylic, it scratches immediately.
Oh,
really?
Yeah.
Oh,
dude,
shit.
I barely sneeze towards the acrylic, and it's like...
You're like...
You're like, damn, that looks good. It just spiders out. No.
Well, I do have kind of a forceful sneeze. So.
All right, Mr. Know-It-All has been asking this like adamantly. When did we all get into PCs? I was 3 years old.
Holy crap! Well, yeah, you got into it because your dad was really cool and really,
Well, my dad was a software developer and he owned his own business and had to build his own equipment. So yeah.
I was 5 years old when I got interested in Apple 7 when I got interested in PC. I mean, technically, they're both computers and PCs, but come on.
I think my wife is on drugs.
Huh?
We're trying to come up with a name for the kid, for our daughter, and we just cannot come up with a name that we like. And I think she's now going through the Bible or something.
Xena.
What?
Go Xena.
Some of these names. Arabella.
Where does that come from?
Arabella. That doesn't work for me.
Shaniqua?
I knew a Shaniqua. Not even kidding.
Too, actually.
I'm not even kidding. I knew a Shaniqua.
That's kind of funny.
All right, guys.
How about girl? Like Guurl.
Come here, girl. Damn.
Come here, girl.
He is awfully disrespectful to his daughter. What's her name? We call her Girl.
Call her girl. It's on her birth certificate. It's got 4 U's.
Well, no, it's like I know someone who actually named their dog Dog.
That's awesome.
Yeah, come here, dog.
But dude, I think it'd be funny to name her like girl but have multiple U's. So it's like when you tell somebody it's like her name is girl, and then when they're writing it down, be like, that's what 4 U's.
Someone says, Jay, why do you expose for the shadows so much? I don't know if he's talking about my videos or what, but I don't know. I just go off the histogram. Guys, seriously, it's a serious question. I was thinking about making a PC case out of a 3-inch bulletproof glass. That wasn't a question, that was a statement.
Oh, we got to ban Fractal Josh. He's in here like trying to get people to review his cases. God, why would you do that?
Yeah, see, this is what happens, Paul, when you get a large bullhorn. Everybody wants to grab at it.
See, it starts off with just Paul and I wanting a case. Now he's just trying to just make it rain in here.
Hey,
yet a 604 is still not arrived.
Well, all I can
the guy
say is anything.
cases out of his desk.
Real quick, I need to be serious to Josh. If he sends it, I would review it, but I don't know yet if I'm going to do an actual home theater PC. So just take everything I'm saying with a grain of
actually
salt.
building a new media center PC. Just throwing that out there, Josh. Just throwing it out
I
there.
am too. I'd be throwing some, APU stuff in there to show everybody what the home theater stuff's all about.
Walrus, don't ban him. We're joking. We're joking.
Don't do it. No.
Frank the Walrus. I think he was taking us literally. No, we love his fractal Josh.
I've been threatening this, and Jay even tweeted about it. But I just these pom poms. They just had to show them a little love.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it, Jerry. Let's do a 5-minute Twitter blitz, and then let's log off here so I can put the kid to bed, and we can play some games.
I want to play Unicorn Factory.
I haven't done the Arnold in a while. Maybe we should come out here and do some Battlefield, playing the games.
Everybody beatbox. That's our question from DJ Tools Dude. Okay.
I'm so sick of that Boots and Cats because that Geico commercial is just.
I did it all 3 days at PAX Prime, and I even got a whole bunch of people to do it with me on the escalator.
Wait, was it Geico? Who's the pig? Which one's the pig on?
What?
And it was Boots and Pants. We changed it to Boots and Cats.
Still, I'm so sick of hearing that.
Let's see here. What would you think of naming her Zelda? That's directed to your daughter.
Willie likes monkeys. Fractal Josh,
So
can I
speech.
please review you? I should have done that. I should have done that when he was here. I should have been like, today, guys, we're going to take a look at Josh. I don't want to unbox Josh, though. That would be awkward.
Isn't he as tall as us or taller?
He's like 6'6" or something like that.
He's a big dude. When you guys took picture of him and you in front of his Corvette, right?
His rental car.
Is taller than you. I was like, wow. Okay.
And he's
I
taller
think
than
we're
Logan.
gonna have to go to
who's taller
chat,
than
guys. We're not getting a lot of questions over here on the old Twitskis.
Yeah, probably because we're over here on Twitch and everyone's confused.
Twitch
So let's see what else okay, so what do we got over in chat here? Everybody's hitting Fractal Josh up now. Every single question is like, Josh, send me a case. Oh my god, please give me a case. I want a case.
And that's what happens when vendors show up and say, does anybody wanna, and then insert anything here.
Oh, Fragment52 has the best one yet. He's like, well, if you're giving cases out, Fractal Josh, he's like, I do have 12 subs on YouTube.
Yeah. Hey, can I celebrate a little bit? You remember? Okay, it was about this time last year. I hit 100, right? And I was all like, "Woo!" I just hit 400 last week. Woo!
And if everybody here does what they're supposed to do and at least go check out your channel, you should hit another 400 by tomorrow.
Yeah, everybody, let's make it rain for I Am Apropos. Go hit up his YouTube channel, hit that sub button. You can unsub tomorrow. Just do it tonight.
Well, I mean, we got.
You know how much downfall of depression I did?
We got.
He's like, I'm so happy.
Sergeant Ballistic Gaming. He got like 900 that first day.
I believe it.
Brought him on.
His videos are good. That guy spends way too much time in editing, though.
I am on Twitch. Twister is asking why I'm on Hitbox. I'm on both. I did Hitbox for 6 months and had no growth because there's nobody over there. And I came back here and it's growing like crazy. I'm here. I'm on Twitch. Twitch.
Oh, Little Woolie's in here. What's up, Little Woolie?
I see him.
No, it's funny. Everybody over here is like flexing now. They're like, I got 400 subs. I got 400. I've got 12. I've got 5. You guys are awesome. Let's see here.
You know what, guys? I'm unfortunately though. Never mind. Not gonna go there. Not gonna go there.
What?
What I was gonna say was supposed to come off as humble, but it would actually sound like bragging, so I didn't want to do that.
I like to hear you brag, though.
No, I was actually gonna brag for us. I mean, remember Jerry when you and I first met, we were getting like 20, 25 a day.
Yeah.
And now we're like, dude, we've probably, I don't know, Jerry and I collectively have probably gotten 250 or 300 since we started the stream.
Probably.
Wait, what
no, it's just. We're talking about.
We're bragging about our subs, Paul. We're bragging about them. Okay?
But it messes. It messes with your head though, Paul. And I know Jerry's felt this, where you're like, yeah, I got 1,000 today, and then the next day you get like 600. You're like, what did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? And then the next day you're like 800, yes, and then it's 5. You're like, well, I'm failing. It's
an emotional roller coaster. That's why you don't stats.
You know what? On a smaller scale, I do that with my Twitter and my Twitch because I'll go through and I'll get like 1 week I'll go 25 up, right? The numbers are small, but still it's a boost. I'm like, I'm not used to it. And then all of a sudden next week I go 5 up and I'm like, what did I do wrong this week?
Okay, everybody asking about the JayzTwoCents platoon and for it to be accepted. I don't manage my platoon. Coconut Monkey does, and when he logs in, If you guys want to join the Jayz2Cents platoon, it's Jayz2Cents, and it's JTC, or J2C. Sorry, J2C is the platoon, because I don't accept friend requests anymore. My list is full. Yeah, Coconut Monkey is accepting anybody, and if you guys act like a douchebag, then he'll just kick you. But we're accepting anybody who wants to join the platoon, so you can go and find it up there. I don't have a link to it or anything. I don't even manage it. So
Jeff asks for the 800,000th time when I'm reviewing the Chevy Volt. I may review the Chevy Volt after I review the Cadillac ELR.
But you already did a performance review on your test drive.
Yeah, I did. I kind of did a little review on it, but I want to do a full review. But I think I'd do the Cadillac first, and that'll give my wife time to clean up all the crap Xander's thrown all over the place.
And you beat a delivery truck. I remember that.
I did. I kicked that delivery truck's ass.
I know.
What?
In my video where I bought my Chevy Volt, I raced people on the freeway.
Didn't you also race like an Integra?
Yeah. The Integra kicked my ass though.
And they were laughing.
They were like hanging out the window laughing and everything because I literally honked my horn 3 times to get in the race, and then I was even doing this like to try to make it go faster. It was awesome. It was absolutely awesome.
All right, guys. Well, it's time to wrap it up. Paul, thanks for hanging out.
Hey, dude. You guys are awesome.
I'm going to try to export this to YouTube. It has a built-in function, but I won't be able to control that. It's going to be integration between Twitch and YouTube, so I don't know how it's going to go.
There's a little easier way to do it. There's a little more trick, though. You download it first, and then you can edit whatever you want and then upload it.
But then once I do that, doesn't it recompress and it looks even more like crap than it does right now?
I have no idea.
We'll play around with it. So anyway, I'm not planning on streaming the Battlefield. I don't know if you guys are, but I'm definitely going to be playing. So,
yeah. Nope.
Yep.
I'm not planning on streaming because I'm having some weird leading edge technology issues where when XSplit is going, my mouse just decides to say I'm not gonna move anymore. So I can't see that being a very entertaining stream if I can't aim. So anyway.
All right, guys. Well, it's been fun, Paul. We're gonna go ahead and roll that outro. You ready to do your beautiful number?
I'm not sure which one to do, but I'm ready for it. I'll sing for you guys.
Remember, guys, he is I am apropos on everything. Instagram, right? Do you have an Instagram?
I do.
Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. Go give him a sub.
Go subscribe to him. It'll seriously give him the biggest nerdgasm ever.
You have no idea.
Paul has been probably one of our biggest supporters since Jerry and I have started out, and we want to pull him up. We want to pull him up. He deserves it. All right, guys, make it happen. Paul, roll that intro.
I'm ready.
Or outro, whatever.
Let's do it. What would I do without your tech talk? With JayzTwoCents and Barnacules as your host, you had your head spinning, no kidding. You'd feel pinned down. Come watch Tech Talk next time they're live. Thank you for coming to watch us. This was awesome. You guys, love you. Hey, wait, what do I always say? I pointed the screen.
And now that's what's up.
Yes!
I'm trying to stop the stream. I'm just waiting for it to give me back my mouse cursor. Hold on, guys.